Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Honourable Deputy Speaker, I wish to thank you for giving me the opportunity this afternoon to take the floor to deliver my statement. And before I proceed with my statement, I wish to thank the Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Finance for delivering a forward-looking, progressive budget that will continue to grow our economy and fulfill our eminent destiny of a great nation. This budget, Honourable Deputy Speaker, will further enhance the ability of the Fijian government to provide targeted support to the underprivileged in the society and to broaden their horizon and their ability to earn a better living and contribute to the success of this nation. In this regard, Honourable Deputy Speaker, I take this opportunity to highlight the different programs contained in the budget under the purview of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism. But before I do, I must do this, Honourable Deputy Speaker, I must allay some fears that have been raised this morning and it's very concerning and very extremely worrying that individuals in this House wouldn't be able to read a simple checklist, and I refer to the Honourable Biman Prasad, who made a mention of a checklist about business application forms. I wish to bring to the attention of this House, Honourable Deputy Speaker, that the business license application that was referred to is actually very streamlined, and the information required by the municipalities are dependent on the particular type of business operation that you have. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the manner in which the list of requirements was read out this morning was actually quite misleading to the Fijian public. That for any type of business, the applicant has to provide all the listed documentation. Honourable Deputy Speaker, in order to clarify the confusion created, I wish to actually read out clearly the business license requirements. I have it here before me. There is a list of requirements that you have to produce before you actually do this application. And I shall read, Honourable Deputy Speaker. A thoroughly filled application form, obviously required. A copy of business registration certificate, obviously required. A copy of FTIB Investment Fiji certificate, if a foreign investor. A copy of TIN registration letter for FIRCA, obviously required. One copy of health license if operating a restaurant, takeaway, refreshment bar, butcher, nightclub, hair salon, or any food handling business. Director's name and contact list, including one copy of their photo ID, obviously required. One copy of consent letter from the landlord, if renting. One copy of liquor license, if applicable. One copy of OHS letter from the Ministry of Labour, most definitely required. One copy of NFA certificate, obviously to do with fire, most definitely required. All of these issues, Honourable Deputy Speaker, are quite important and pertinent to somebody who was about to open a business. And it's not convoluted like the Honourable Member mentioned this morning. For those that wish to have a copy, I have one with me. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the Fiji First Government, Honourable Deputy Speaker, believes in equality across the board. And through this budget, we are continuing our work towards ensuring that the economic disparities are removed. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the backbone to a strong and resilient economy is a robust micro, small and medium sector, a vibrant and competitive export sector, and constant evolution in the information, communication and technology sector. All of these lead to a new investment, generate employment, foster innovation and create economic activity and wealth. Honourable Deputy Speaker, in that regard, the Ministry plays the vital role of connecting the dots, developing an overarching trade policy, creating linkages between suppliers and markets, thus leading to a sustainable economy and trading environment. Honourable Deputy Speaker, Fiji is going through unprecedented period of boom and growth. Never before. Unprecedented. We will say it over and over again because this is unprecedented. In Fiji's post-independence history, there has been three consecutive years, inclusive of 2015, of above 4% growth rate. In fact, the average growth rate for 2013 and 2014 is 5%, Deputy Speaker, which is actually a unique situation. I will address that shortly about jobs. It should be noted that in October 2015, the IMF, the World Economic Outlook, revised the global growth downwards from 3.3% to 3.1%, yet we stand at 5%. Listen carefully. Honourable Deputy Speaker, contrary to what was alluded to this morning, our jobs market remains positive. The Reserve Bank of Fiji Job Advertisement Survey, which he failed to disclose, the number of vacant jobs advertised in the year to September increased on an annual basis by 19.5%. This is the only firm indicator that we have on our labour market. Listen carefully, my friend. Additionally, this is evident through the growth in new lending for investment purposes by 15.5% between January and October of 2015. And these new investments create employment, Deputy Speaker. Honourable Deputy Speaker, furthermore, the recent Business Expectation Survey by the Reserve Bank of Fiji indicates that business confidence is at an all-time high. Honourable Deputy Speaker, for the first time in Fijian history, we'll have a collaborative and consistent approach to expanding Fiji's trade and investment interests through the Fijian Trade Policy Framework, which was launched by the Honourable Prime Minister in July. The continued support to Trade Policy Framework in 2016 through an allocation of $100,000 will ensure the effective implementation of this important strategic tool that will consolidate Fiji's position as an international competitive economy and trading hub in the region. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the Fijian Trade Policy Framework also recognizes the importance of continuous improvement of market access for Fijian products and Fijian-made products. Honourable Deputy Speaker, to import quality products, a country needs to export, which brings me to a very project that is implemented by my ministry since 2007, the National Export Strategy. The National Export Strategy is yet another of the Fijian government's targeted policies that provide support to businesses that are exporting or are on the verge of exporting. The purpose of the National Export Strategy is to encourage diversification and value addition of our exports, providing vital support in the export value chain. Honourable Deputy Speaker, just last week I provided NES grants to 19 more companies, bringing the total number of projects supported to 77. In an assessment carried out last year of the 58 projects supported by this program since 2007, it was revealed that the combined export sales increased by $30.9 million and 329 new jobs were created. The exporters that were assisted in total, Honourable Deputy Speaker, the exporters that were assisted in total secured 87 new markets and 10 companies received international standards accreditation. These are Fijian companies, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Therefore, Honourable Deputy Speaker, the continuation of the budgetary support of $2 million for the National Export Strategy will ensure the continuation of a vital target support for especially the micro, small and medium-sized budding exporters and the overall growth of the export sector. And by the way, a lot of those exporters come from my friend in front, the Minister of Agriculture. Honourable Deputy Speaker, coming to the tourism sector, which has never been more buoyant with a record 692,630 visitor arrivals and earnings of $1.4 billion for 2014. This year, with the current growth rate of 9.2% for the period January to September, we are set to surpass the target of 714,000 visitors. And as at September, we were at 80% of the total of 2014 total arrivals, or 560,179. Dinau is your word. Honourable Deputy Speaker, next year we have set a target of 5% growth in the visitor arrivals, or 749,700. The aim of the Fijian government is to increase the size of the pie, and I hope they actually listen to this. Hence, the investment in marketing in our traditional markets of Australia and New Zealand will continue to explore the untapped segments. Furthermore, I don't know which flights you fly in on. Furthermore, the introduction of the direct flight to Singapore will provide a significant boost to the already increasing visitor numbers from growth markets like Asia and such as India and Europe. And this will also provide a boost to our audiovisual industry in Fiji. In terms of income, from this sector for the first 6 months of 2015, the yield, which is the most important thing, the yield from tourism has increased by 12.2% or $41.2 million increase compared to the same period in 2014, or a $688.5 million increase. Therefore, it is not just about, as they keep harping on about, we need to get 1 million tourists. It's not just about the arrival numbers, as some claim, but it is about the quality tourists that spend time and money. They come to spend time and money in Fiji. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the approximate increase of $7 million in the Tourism Fiji marketing grant, which will now be $30 million, will enable Tourism Fiji to reach out to markets where Fiji lacks presence and focus marketing strategies in the existing markets to increase the yield. This includes making Fiji more than a sun and a surf golf destination with golf, sports, adventure and culture as important elements of our industry. Honorable Deputy Speaker, in 2016, we will be hosting the first ever Super Rugby match, between the Crusaders and the Chiefs. This will bring in a new stream of visitors, create employment and consolidate Fiji as a sports destination. And let me tell you something, Super Rugby has never been played in any other country save for England because of the Christchurch earthquakes. So, good job, Fiji. And with respect to golf, they've been harping about and bashing up golf all morning. Let me tell you something, and this is the plain, cold, hard facts. 700 nights at one of the largest destinations that we have were sold on the back of last year's golf tournament. You tell me how much money that earns. You tell me how much money that earns. 700 nights. That can only be good for our tourism and embassy, and that can also only be good for my friend's area where he lives. Honorable Deputy Speaker, there have been claims made with regards to the leakages of tourism earnings. Honorable Deputy Speaker, it should be noted, and please listen carefully because this is all the stuff that you get wrong. It should be noted that there is no recent study on this particular issue. The last comprehensive study was done in 1990. The Tourism Council of the South Pacific, in collaboration with Fiji Bureau of Statistics, Strategic Planning Department, Ministry of Tourism and Reserve Bank of Fiji. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the study revealed that the total leakage is approximately 12.1% on direct earnings and 11.5% on indirect earnings. Therefore, a total of 76.4% of tourism earnings, or approximately 1.1 billion, is retained in Fiji. Honorable Deputy Speaker, and I wish to confirm that as part of, please listen, you might learn something. I wish to confirm that as part of our development plans for this particular sector, my ministry will work with the Reserve Bank of Fiji, the Fiji Bureau of Stats, and the Ministry of Finance to undertake another comprehensive study in 2016. The tourism industry is a well-integrated sector of the economy. In this regard, it is estimated that this sector has a significant impact on the gross output. It has a multiplier effect of approximately 3. Honorable Deputy Speaker, this basically means that every dollar spent by a tourist generates income of $3. Honorable Deputy Speaker, this equates to total income generated through direct, indirect, and induced income of $4.2 billion from the tourism earnings of $1.4 billion. Honorable Deputy Speaker, today there are more hotels and resorts that are owned by Fijians than in 1990, for example. The FNPF owns the Intercontinental and the Holiday Inn and a 25% stake of GPH. The Vision Group owns the Hilton managed hotel. The Tanua Hotels is owned by the Reddy Group. Ramada Hotels, currently under construction, is owned by the Gokuls. And there is another group also interested in purchasing the Sheraton Western, etc. operation at the moment. And they happen to be local. And by the way, the leader of the NFP and the spokesperson for the opposition on finance got it wrong when he said that the tourists will pay 11% more. In fact, they will only pay 5% more than they were paying before. He also got confused between VAT returns and the environmental levy, which has the power, environmental levy, which has the power of ensuring sustainability of our industry. Honorable Deputy Speaker, listen to this one. This is really good. One of the major hoteliers one of the, if not the major hoteliers, these are his words, in this country, has confirmed that the tourism industry has made record profits on the back of the improved infrastructure provided by this government. New roads, better water supply, new airport terminal investments. Hence, it is only fitting that the industry and visitors need to pay their way. Not my words. These are the words of one of the major hoteliers in this country. Listen, therefore, listen, programs such as the SLIP have now become redundant. The SLIP is a program that was over-generous, and such programs are not offered by any Pacific Island nation or other destinations like Mauritius and Maldives, which you compare us to. However, this has not had any adverse impact on their tourism growth. In addition, Honourable Deputy Speaker, we have successfully integrated the Fijian Made by Fijian campaign into the tourism sector with the Fijian Crafted brand. Through this campaign, we have been able to create a resilient, strong economy from within. Today, we have registered 2,035 products belonging to 362 crafters and companies, and I'm pleased to state that 90% of the licensed companies are micro, small, and medium enterprises. Honourable Deputy Speaker, we have successfully linked 65 of the 137 licensed Fijian crafters to markets. These crafters today have well-established markets as they sell directly to renowned retail stores and hotels in Fiji. This has created a new stream of income that these individuals did not have. They are earning on average $2,000 a month each, which is an injection of about $1.56 million into the Fijian economy. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the Fijian Made by Fijian campaign enforcement and marketing will be accelerated. The Ministry will rigorously monitor the use of the brand, and furthermore, as part of the renewal of the license process, companies will be audited for compliance with domestic and international standards. Additionally, Honourable Deputy Speaker, we want increased ownership from the companies that are licensed in 2016, and we'll be forming a partnership with the licensed companies in terms of domestic, regional and international marketing of the Fijian brand. Honourable Deputy Speaker, this is the most important part. Let me come to the Fiji First government's flagship initiative and our Honourable Prime Minister's favourite initiative, the Micro and Small Business Grant, and it's not a handout. This initiative, you obviously didn't listen. We don't give them the money. This initiative provides up to $1,000 to micro and small businesses or individuals wanting to start a business but have no hope of accessing finance. Honourable Deputy Speaker, this grant is not a handout, but it's a leg up for the smallest of small businesses in Fiji. A unique partnership between my ministry and the Fiji Development Bank has brought in commercial principles and discipline. We had 25,789 applications, and through the involvement of FTP, the funded projects will be monitored and entrepreneurs will need further financing to expand their ventures will be assisted. As I have regularly updated in Parliament, the initiative began with an allocation of $1 million to support 1,000. Due to the overwhelming response and 7,744 successful applicants, an additional $2 million was sourced from within the ministry's budget. Therefore, 3,122 micro and small entrepreneurs were assisted, and I wish to confirm to this Parliament today that the Indian government has cleared a memorandum of association to be signed with the Fijian government to provide the remaining $4.7 million to assist all the successful entrepreneurs. Honourable Deputy Speaker, I want to give a couple of examples so you really know what the truth is. Give a couple of examples of benefits that is already being left at the grassroots level, right? Mrs. Keleani Wangaso of Singatoka received $1,000 for her fruit and vegetable business in the Singatoka market. She has been able to increase her income from $150 a week to $600. Mrs. Kaliova Ravovo of Singatoka runs a homemade juice stand, and within that grant she bought a canopy to shelter her juice stand, and today she earns $70 a day instead of the $50. Mr. Sukendra Prasad of Duvu, he bought a brush cutter from $20 a day. He earns $20 a day now compared to nothing. Listen carefully. Honourable Deputy Speaker, the allocation of $2.2 million for this initiative will ensure that at least another 2,000 odd budding entrepreneurs will be assisted. In 2015 also, with respect to, we registered about 29 cooperatives, of which 15 are resource-based. Honourable Deputy Speaker, it is also important to note that 7 dormant cooperatives have been assisted to revive their operations. They probably became dormant when they were in government. Honourable Deputy Speaker, The new allocation of the formation of National Cooperative Federation of $29,000 will get this particular process underway. Furthermore, my ministry, in collaboration with the SME policy, will bring it in line with the Fiji First government. Deputy Speaker, I am finishing. The 2016 budget is an inclusive budget that will create both social and economic equality for all Fijians. And it's a budget, it's a people's budget. As the Honourable Minister Faiyaz said, this makes a bold statement that we believe in you and we will do everything that a government can do to help you lead a successful and productive life. I wholeheartedly give my support to the 2016 budget.
Thank you, Honourable Member.
Thank you, President.
Thank you for your contribution.